marching order. We'll launch the mop and bucket second front, while they're mopping up the Nazis in the Rhineland, polishing the eye ties off in Rome. We'll stay here if we must, but you won't see us for dust. We'll be sweeping to victory at home. If they let us join the clean-up operation, the carpets aren't the only thing we'd beat. We'd wipe the floor with Hitler's precious nation and pull the rug from under Hitler's feet, while they're mopping up the Nazis in the Rhineland and polishing the eye ties off in Rome. We'll stay here if we must, but you won't see us for dust. We'll be sweeping to victory at home. So there we go, that's Sweeping to Victory from Blackout by Mark Wheeler. As you can tell, I'm still not much of a singer, but it was lovely to get the message from Mark asking if I would revisit that song, and the chorus just pinged into my mind immediately. Words, tune, the verses I couldn't remember, but the chorus, it was like the past 40 years had never been. It was just so immediate. And Mark also very kindly asked me to record some memories of what it was like to perform in Blackout as part of Epping Youth Theatre. And it was enormous fun, of course it was, and it probably kept quite a lot of us out of trouble. And it was a great thing to be involved in overall. And you know, with the passing of the years, some of the details have kind of dissolved out of my brain, but there are a few things that really stayed with me all these years later. And one of them is Zara Chapman saying in a very posh voice, "He's in the bath." And I don't know why it made me laugh, but it did, and it still does. The other great memory I have is of Bernadette Chapman singing "Good Night Children Everywhere" at the end of the first act, and it was just beautiful, absolutely sublime. That voice, that song, that moment of just stillness. And it still brings a lump to my throat, actually, thinking about it. And the other memory I have, which is the one that probably made the biggest impact, is on one of the performances that we did. There was an old lady. Now, there were probably plenty of people around who'd lived during the war at that time. But I think we'd invited an old people's home, I think, to come and see the show. And this lady in particular was very moved by it. And in fact, she was crying. She wasn't just crying, she was sobbing. To the point where we were actually quite worried about her. And we wondered if she was going to have a heart attack or keel over or something. But we'd obviously triggered something, some deep memory. And I think it was the first time that I realised that what we were doing, bunch of kids on a stage, showing off, having a laugh, was having a real emotional impact on somebody. And it was really a big moment for me to realise that art, any kind of art, theatre, poetry, music, whatever, could evoke emotion, could make other people feel things. And that was a really powerful thing to realise, that art was capable, that we were capable of doing that. So thank you, Epping Youth Theatre, and thank you, Mark Wheeler.